Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelorette Recap Becca Review. Happy Sunday, everybody. Tomorrow, August 16th, we will premiere Bachelor in Paradise for a brand new season. 2 years in the making. It's going to be fun. Everyone's kids are going back to school, masked or unmasked. Doesn't matter to me. I have a dog and I'm an adult, and that's where my life is. And it's a Sunday, and I don't have to prep kids for science fair. Just kidding. But seriously, I'm not. Good luck with all that, folks. It's going to be a rough fall. In the meantime, more irreverent commentary about things that don't matter. Today's edition, Becca Kufrin. And I know everyone goes, Dave, you got to rest. It's a Sunday. And it's like, does the Lord rest for Becca Kufrin gossip? If he wanted me to rest, maybe he wouldn't have released some of the news I'm about to share with you guys. Now, this is Bachelor in Paradise, a spoiler. Is it one of those spoilers you just don't want to hear? No, it's a simple spoiler. So this is your chance to click away if you don't want to hear who Becca Kufrin may or may not be with right now from The Bachelorette. If you would like to hit the like button, you could spoil your way into becoming a subscriber as we quickly approach 40,000 subscribers sometime this week. I will have a 4-hour live stream to celebrate 40,000 subscribers. It'll be a ton of fun. And also, if you want extra content, 2 extra pieces of content a week at patreon.com/Dave Neal. All right, we're ready to get into it. So, Becca Kufrin is the first person to go on Bachelor in Paradise that has already been the lead of the show. Okay, so I believe Nick Viall might have gone on before he became the lead, and maybe some other people have gone on Bachelor Winter Games or Bachelor parasailing in, Tobago. Who knows what kind of shows they're trying to, take off out there. Speaking of taking it off, will she make it to the end? Will she find a fantasy suite? Will she get crabs on the beach? Who knows what's going to go down? We have some hints at how things might go. There's kind of a story that's been going on, and we're going to talk about it right now. First, plenty of suitors coming after Becca Kufrin. As we know, this is actually, it says 4 days ago because that's an image, but this is from the spring. Emmanuel Acho saying happy birthday to Becca. Becca has been on the market for a while now, and there are plenty of boys that are coming to the schoolyard, masked and or unmasked, to see if they can have a shot with her. Of course, I made a video in April, I believe, about Rachel Lindsay potentially matching Becca Kufrin and Emmanuel Acho up. They are not dating right now. This is not happening, but he's still commenting on some of her photos, and her friends are saying, you missed your shot, Playboy. So who knows? But let's share some Bachelor Nation scoop. Let me get through a few slides here. First, we have Zach Clark just running down the beach, doing his charity work, as the man does. We have Matt James and Rachel Kirkconnell attending a Giants-Jets game. Jets, Jets. And here we go. This is the one, folks. I think Becca and Thomas are hanging out. Now, we're going to get into Plantgate. Remember, there's a bamboo ladder. We'll get into all that. Let's get into all the clues that Becca might be dating Katie Thurston's bad boy villain, Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine, who, according to me, was nothing like a villain whatsoever. I think he was perfectly fine, and sort of his own words were used against him in ways that people were saying, you're here for the wrong reasons. And my thought is this: it's a late-stage capitalistic world, so there is no wrong reason to go on the show if going on the show means you get Instagram verified and you can continue to live life because no one's bosses care about us and everyone fired us in the last year and a half. So do what you got to do, brother. This is the United States of America, and where we live, you got to go on a dating show. And like I tweeted last night, The Bachelorette is nothing more than real world and cocktail outfits. Okay, folks? So here they are. All right? And we're getting into the nitty-gritty here. Becca's Instagram, she's got this sort of marble. This is Marblegate, folks. She's got what appears to be, is that McDonald's? What do we got going on there? Is that McDonald's? Is it Burger King double dipping strongly encouraged? That sounds like Burger King branding, but this kind of looks like McDonald's. Either way, who cares, right? And then there's Thomas popping bottle, champagne and chill. Question is this the same marble? Can we get a marble dealer on the line? Does anyone know a marble dealer? Can we find out if this is the same stone? I'd hate to rock their relationship with spoiling it, but it looks like, and in some cases, the best thing for a bachelor relationship is to keep it under wraps, you know what I mean? So that's what we've got. Now, here's a month ago, Becca Kufrin defending Thomas before anyone even knew she was going to be on Bachelor in Paradise. So this is after Katie's And, Katie's season, of course, it's hard to differentiate between what is producer manipulation and what is how somebody feels. But it appears Katie has a bone to pick with Thomas. Maybe something happened that we didn't see on the show. Maybe she just doesn't like him. Maybe, she was into him a lot, and then she saw that he was kind of like one of those fireworks that doesn't quite go off. Those ones? You ever see the fireworks and you just see the little piece going up the air and you go, oh boy, you're bracing for it. You're like, this is going to be a good one. And then it never goes off, and you're like, oh, so maybe that's Thomas's personality. We don't know. Maybe they just weren't meant to be. Maybe Becca needs a guy to kind of take the back seat to her. Who knows, folks? But anyway, let's see what Becca was saying, see if we can read any clues of Becca defending Thomas. Like, at this point, were they still together?
I know that, definitely. But I've been thinking about this over and over, and it's like, what actually constitutes as a villain, quote unquote, a villain on the show? Because last season we saw somebody who was labeled as a villain who actually said some terrible things, like the word whore and sluts
Victoria.
And hoes were being thrown around, and that was all obviously caught and portrayed to the group of women, and that was offensive. And I'm not condoning what Thomas went there for. I'm not saying, oh, it's okay that he said he wanted to be the Bachelor. That is not what I'm getting at. But he was directly asked, have you considered being the Bachelor after all of this? And he did answer honestly, which, as we see, got him into
mistake number one. He was honest.
But I'm thinking, there are things that come off of this show that everyone's aware about. Obviously, after each season, somebody is going to become the next Bachelor and Bachelorette. People are going to become influencers. People are going to be promoting brands and traveling and doing all these things. And it's interesting to me to see how extreme and heightened this was for saying that. And I'm not saying it shouldn't have been a topic of conversation. It definitely should have been. It definitely should have been brought to Katie's attention. But my issue is because I take notes every time I, watch each episode and listen back. I have an issue with not only the amount of times that manipulative, the term manipulative was thrown around, but Thomas was called a psycho and cancer. And for me as a viewer, you are now calling this man, you're basically putting this man on a Ted Bundy level and calling him cancer for something that actually is
when people say that.
Exactly. I'm sorry, everyone. Cancer took my dad away from me.
Okay, so we've got Becca, who is deciding that she doesn't think Thomas was portrayed fairly. And the ruling on the field, Becca's right. Thomas was not portrayed fairly. That is the ruling. He's deserving of love, just like anybody else is on the show. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let's go back to the field of play here. So that's Becca basically saying, look, what are we talking about? He's called a cancer. He's called this. He just answered a question honestly. Isn't that what the number one thing women say they want is a man who's honest? It's I want you to be honest, but lie to me when I want you to tell me something I want to hear. But you better be honest. If you're going to lie to me, you better not let me catch you lie to me. All right? Promise? Okay. That's called relationships. All right. So anyway, let's go back to this slide. So that was the Marble Gate, right? And then of course, Bachelor Nation Scoop covers it all so brilliantly. Wow. Cue Thomas giving a video of how he has marble counters, and coincidentally, so does Becca. Skull, laugh, skull. That means really funny, crying, really funny, dead. D-E-D, dead. All right, you guys liked when I said that last time. So anyway, let's keep on going here. There's some other clues that emerge we're going to get into. Some emerging clues, as it were. So here we have it. Deleted from Becca's story. Becca then deletes her story. And now we have this. I mean, we're getting into some, better home and living. We got the magazines out. We're looking at, oh boy. Oh man, what the hell are we doing? Who's at a Pier 1 Imports right now going, is this the right thing? Looking at your Zabruta film. I know, Pier 1 Imports, they're gone. All right, you can get their stuff online. Yeah, brick and mortars are dead. Speaking of things that are dead, is the relationship or is it thriving? So here we have it. These are photos. This is Thomas's photo right here, right? Marbles, we got this. They're cutting some peppers up, doing the damn thing. And so we got the rings on the glasses. Now, we look and see the rings on the glasses. Each one of these glasses has a slightly different design. Look, like this set, LOL. Becca's is the far right, and the other two on the counter are the middle ones. Oh, Wow, we have found Becca and Thomas canoodling in what may or may not be a safe house, an Airbnb. Who really knows? But this is fantastic, shall I call it journalism by some members of society. Didn't Becca just get a huge PR package from Truff as well? Googly eyes, peep the Truff sauce on his counter, LOL. You guys are good. This is beyond good. This is next level sleuthing, as the kids call it. But it is what it is, and that's the end of that content right there. So we've got different, what happened a few weeks ago is Becca Kufrin and Thomas Jacobs might be the most unlikely couple on Bachelor in Paradise, and we can see, the whole story of how they got together, which is information we've already known. But this is where it all kind of began. So Reality Steve had reported, which I'll show you that clip, that Becca Kufrin. And again, this is part of the spoiler. I already announced there's a spoiler. You're already knee deep. If you missed out on it, you're stuck with us. Spoilers for life. So Reality Steve had already posted that Becca sent Thomas home. We don't know how or what the case was before their fantasy suites, which might have just been her way of saying, hey, I'm not going to do this on TV. Get out of here, and I'll see you when we get back. Or they did break up, and maybe they got back together, or they're not back together at all, and we're just doing this like weird confirmation bias where we're looking at people's, charcuterie boards trying to figure out who done what. The worst use of FBI skills ever. There's murders out on the loose, and we're like, but the mug looks, if you judge from the shadow of the mug, you know what I mean? So anyway, this is Plantgate. She's there, and then if we look at the next slide, this is Thomas, and he wasn't at Katie's Men Tell All. So of course, I did some research to look into this bamboo ladder here. Shout out to Teresa in Belize. Belizean bad boy Dave Neal was able to be using a bamboo ladder. I Googled them, and they're roughly about 6 feet tall. So actually, a lot of people assumed he was sitting here, but it turns out he's standing, which means the height of the plant actually makes sense. Now, other people have commented, like our good friend Natalie here, nope, look at the trunks in each tree. One has a lot of branches and one is too big. Well, the case is, when he had a chance to tour his apartment and show it off, he didn't show this set. So he may have been at Becca's place, and he might just have similar decor, and he tried to throw people off their scent. We're really not sure. Oh, this video is for later. I'm going to do that one next. Let's see what else we have here. So comments from people, they're just shocked because this Marblegate really is the icing on the cake here. I mean, if we had to bet money on whether or not they are together, I'm betting heavily that they're together. I mean, these odds are just getting heavier and heavier here. So people say, oh my gosh, it's happening. A lot of people are into them. He posted if they're not together, it's hilarious how they seem so compatible based solely on their home interior design. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to, is they've got pretty good home interior design. Maybe they have the same, I don't know, maybe they've got the same interior designer. What do I know? So someone said, Becca always spoils her relationships on Instagram. First Ari, now Theka. They're calling it Theka, which is Thomas Becca. But even though that doesn't make sense, because Thomas phonetically should be Teka. So maybe it's spelled Thecca, and we're calling it Teka. I'm going to call it Teka now. Let's see if she's got some good, let's see if they're getting any as Teka. All right, that was a bad joke, but it's a Sunday, and this is bonus content for you guys, so hit the like button. You're dirty scoundrels. Okay, so let's go. So people go, oh, in today's modern society, everyone's spoiling everything. Well, for several years now, the spoilers have been out there. You guys have been putting in the work with the clues, dating all the way back to Caitlin Bristow spoiling. Well, that didn't require too much effort. She spoiled her relationship on Snapchat. Who uses Snapchat anymore? Did The Bachelor Ari post a spoiler confirming who won? So we get into this. Look at Becca back in her younger years. Can you imagine she was engaged to Ari Jr.? Dodged a bullet. No offense to Becca, but we know she probably wouldn't be accepting PPP loans when she's buying her second home in Hawaii. Oh, I need that $20,000, $22,000 PPP loan because my Range Rover needs some extra gasoline in it. All right, Ari, just go out and admit you did something wrong and donate it to charity, you weird, real estate mogul. If I was in Arizona, I would write, give back the money on all the, bus bench advertisements you take up. All right. Do I have a weird bone to pick? Only with grifters, only with people who vote against certain things and then take the money anyway. Looking at you. All right. Moving on. Not pertinent. So this is what was posted several years ago. So This is the photo that Ari posted. You're not that great, but neither is anyone else, by Elon Gale, who is now executive producer and creator of F-Boy Island, but this was when he was on The Bachelor. Same day, Becca posted this on her own Instagram in Fort Myers, Florida, at appears to be a safe house. Now, they put these contestants in safe houses so they don't spoil the show. They're like, look, we'll give you an Airbnb. We'll let you guys bump Harrison's. Do whatever you guys want to do, but just don't ruin it. And of course, they're like, well, let me try. So she shows her Egyptian toes there several years ago, same location, in a safe house. And people were able to put the pieces together. And then, of course, we go to our last example here, which is Caitlin Bristow. She didn't let people work too hard. She just did that whole thing where, like, grandma doesn't know how to use technology. She literally posted a Snapchat photo. Thoughts are maybe she meant to send it to someone privately, but she posted a Snapchat photo to her Snapchat to everyone, and of course a quick screen grab before she could delete it. And everyone knows, I mean, imagine if, like, do you know what this does? What this could do to the advertising dollars of a show? Like Katie Thurston's season, some people knew how it ended, but there was still so much drama around it that her final episode got double the views. I mean, that's a lot of negotiating power when you're trying to command a certain ad revenue from your sponsors. And when you just post a photo that's like, I'm in bed with the guy, not a good look. Luckily, Caitlin had her second chance with Jason Tartick, and the only thing they've spoiled is each other's pants because they're so in love. That didn't make much sense, but you've made it this far into the story, so we can get a little weird. All right, folks, so that's that. So what do you guys think? What do you think of having a Becca Thomas, a.k.a. Tekka relationship, Tekka, as we're calling it? Do you like this? Is it, it'll be interesting at least to see how it plays out. I actually like having some spoilers on Bachelor in Paradise because the show can be so all over the place that it's good to be like, oh, it's almost like watching a movie where, like, who the bad guy is, but you just don't know how he's going to kill somebody. This is like Final Destination. Like, I know they're going to hook up. I know they're going to break up. Let's see what goes down. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I might have another video for you today. It might be for tomorrow, but I got some fun stuff coming out. Monday night, Bachelor in Paradise premieres 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time live stream, and then a 10 p.m. after episode live stream. So come check that out. Enjoy the Bachelor in Paradise. Grab a cocktail, put on your favorite linen shirt, and we'll see you guys out there. Bye now.